Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lander Valley, and we are in City Park. And this afternoon, we are taking part in Lander Lobos action. I'm sitting here with the Sean O'Brate, the Sean O'Brate, and we are sorry for the technical difficulties, and we apologize that we had those technical difficulties, and we are at the bottom of the first inning, 2-0 into the score in favor of Rock Springs, and Jace LeClaire is up at bat, and he's quickly got 2 strikes on him. There's going to be a meeting at the mound between number 5, Owen Patterson, and the catcher. Who is the catcher, my friend?
Who is their catcher? Sean Stone.
And Sean Stone is going to have a quick conversation as they have LeClaire.
I believe it's Sean Stone.
Quickly in the hole, 2-0.
Want to apologize about the echo that you're hearing, folks. It is because we are up in a very small press box, but we're all here for baseball, not for Travis and I's voices.
Hopefully we are going to be able to get that fixed at some point in the near future, but hopefully it is a long way from here, so we'll figure out how that's going to all work out. My friend, we are all out of whack early on, aren't we?
Yeah, today's been a day. Oh, speaking of out of whack, there's a wild pitch.
And it'll be Paxton Rees to third base. Wild pitch there, and that's something you hate to see if you're a Rock Springs fan, because you have a guy down 0-2, and now he's got deuces on the board at 2-2, and Rees is on third. Pitch comes, and it's low, so now battling back from 0-2, it is a full count with 1 out.
And you know, Jace LeClaire, he's done this before. He's been on the team for a little while, and as you might see here in the future, he's pretty knowledgeable. Oh, there he goes.
Soft hitter to the infield, and he bobbles. And Rees will come across, and cut into this lead are the Lobos at 2-1 now with 1 out, runner on first. And Ty Martin is going to be up.
And if you can't hear that, folks, we are right next to the speakers.
Yeah, I'm sitting right in front of the speaker, and it's loud. Throw over to first, not in time, safe.
I believe that Ty Martin's the only one that doesn't have his shirt tucked in. And we'll see what the coaches have to say about that later. But
see, Ty Martin is going old school.
Yeah.
Jersey out, and pitches on the way, swung, a back up the middle, possible double play. Nope, he misses and bobbles. Everyone is safe for the Lobos.
That's 2 errors. I wouldn't say error on the last one, but there's 2 different plays in a row that Rock Springs could have gotten out of this inning, and they are just not able to do it.
And so that will bring number 55, Evan Stevenson, to the plate with runners on first and second, 1 out. And again, Sean, the pitcher for Rock Springs, had an opportunity to get quickly 2 outs, 0-2 on the count, then a wild pitch scores a run, and next thing you know, we're sitting pretty at 1 out and players on first and second. Steal on the side, bunt comes up, and it's going to go foul. And
he had the steal on third, too.
So it'll be interesting to see if they will try that again, as Jace LeClaire has the opportunity, like you said, a really good jump at second.
Jace LeClaire might be the oldest looking 17-year-old on the table here. He's got tattoos up his sleeve, and I thought that he was a little bit older for this, but I found out that he's actually not even the oldest person on the team. And now Stevenson up to bat, son of one of the assistant coaches, Shannon Stevenson.
Pitch comes in, they're going to steal again. Bunt dies right in front, and they're going to not get him. He's safe.
Wow,
good
job.
And so now we're going to have a play at the plate, and it's tied at 2 with a nice slide in by LeClaire. Nice base running by Jay Seclair to get in. And now it is all of a sudden
2-2.
2-2.
Great steal to get to third, and as soon as he saw that throw just be a little bit high, good on Leclerc to get back up to the home plate because he saw a little bit of time, and now they're having a meeting up at the pitcher.
And so, you know, Sean, this is a rare occasion that we've had the opportunity to call a Lander Lobos game. As far as I know, we've never called a Lander Lobos game.
No, and for those of you that are listening, that are watching, A, thank you for coming to our stream. We really appreciate it. B, we are going to try and do a lot more of these. And our boss, Kevin, and I got to do a Riverton Raiders game before. It was a scrimmage, so it didn't count, but this is the real deal. I'm excited to see what baseball season is like here in Wyoming, my friend.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute fun time. And it's weird for me because I'm from the South, and, you know, we have all kinds of like high school baseball, but this is the first time I've ever heard of American Legion, and here we are sitting and calling a game of one.
Same, and, you know, I'm also from Kansas, so when we have 3 or 4 baseball teams for our high school that I went to. You had varsity, JV, 3rd team, 4th team, and to see a whole bunch of kids that want to play baseball come out and form a group, that's pretty admirable.
Absolutely. Pitch comes in, swing and a miss. That's number 7, Rhett Stover, so I know where his dad is. I saw him earlier. He's our boss, and hopefully
I can hear him yelling at his kid right now.
Yeah, I can already hear him from up here.
Robert, thanks for taking the pictures today. All the pictures you'll see in the Ranger or the Lander Journal this week will be all thanks to that man right there.
Throw in, comes inside. Rhett gets out of the way. And so we go to 2 balls, 2 strikes. And it'll be a 2-2 count in the bottom of the first inning with 1 out still for the Lobos. Throw in comes, and it's low and outside, and so Rhett has now made it a full count, 3-2.
And the pitcher's going to keep looking back. He wants to see.
Throw in comes wide, and now the bases are loaded with 1 out for the Lobos. And that will bring up
Luca Kramer
for the Lobos, and he will bat from the right side, and he's got a big time opportunity here with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Tie game too. I mean, if he were to knock this anywhere outside, this could easily be a 4-2 game.
Yeah, he's got a lot of room in the right, and
I'm excited to watch this game. I think he's going to check third.
No throw over, however.
Isn't that a...
It's not a balk, I don't think.
He's talking to the third base coach.
Well, now they're going to call somebody in on the left side here.
That's the ump. So head umpire, we forgot to say this earlier, head umpire Jared Mowry will be behind the plate.
Oh, they gave him the plate. It's a balk.
Yes, I was about to say that's a penalty because he didn't throw the ball. So there you go. And penalty is going to be 3-2.
And the Lobos now have runners at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out and I believe 0-1. No, pitch
there
so
wasn't
far.
a pitch yet. Yeah. And Jared Mowry, the head ump behind the plate, talking to Jared Fouts on third base. Mowry told me earlier that there are going to be some talks between him and the coaches, both Dave Reese and the head coach for the Rock Springs Spartans. They are known to get a little wild and let their voices and opinions be heard, because there is a lot on the line. You know, Lander Lobos, this is their first tournament of the season. This is their first home game of the season. Everything's a big deal. And Mowry told me just from his experiences last year that Rock Springs, I mean, it could, nice hit.
Nice cut there. Had to get down low for it. That's going to score 2, and he's going to look at second and then come back to first. And now it is 5-2 in favor of the Lobos. And ladies and gentlemen, hopefully, as he had to come back and touch the base.
Yeah.
Brett Stover got told by his dad to come back and touch the base. But hopefully we are good to go on our stream. I finally figured out how to get rid of that echo. Don't ask me how I figured it out, but here we are. And hopefully we are sounding good and everybody's happy and good to go. We are at 5-2 in favor of the Lobos in the bottom of the first inning.
They'll probably turn down their volume as soon as the batter's box comes up. So I just thought that it would be a little bit quieter up here. But if you can hear us, you can hear the music. Oh.
And that's going to be 2 strikes quickly on, who is that down there, my friend?
It's Lakota.
Oh, that's Lakota, what's the last name?
Officer.
Officer, okay. Sean O'Brait's writing is not good, ladies and gentlemen.
It was all caps. There we
And
go.
swing, and it'll foul up. And they had who is that? That's not Red over there, is it?
On first?
No, that's Luca Kramer on
yes,
first.
It is.
Kramer takes a lead, and they will strike him out. And so 2 away now for Rock Springs. And now Connor Hickenbottom will come up to plate. And he'll come up to one of my favorite songs of probably all time. And high hold of the bat. And throw behind him. He loses it, and so stolen base for Lakota Officer. Or no, that's Luca Kramer. So Kramer will take second, and it'll be a ball as the pitcher threw behind Higginbotham.
Fun name. Higginbottom, yeah.
Second one is low and outside, so now 2 balls, no strikes in a 5-2 game with 2 outs for the Lobos. Runner on second, and Higginbottom is at the plate. Pitcher comes set, delivers. This one will come right back up to the middle, and this should get the Rock Springs out of the inning, and it does. But not before the Lobos put 5 on the board. After the end of 1, it is 5-2 in favor of the Lobos. We'll be right back.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression, and I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Pitch is going to come and swing and a miss by Chase Shelley of the Spartans, and pitching for the Lobos is Keegan Stephenson. Stephenson will – is it Stevenson or Stephenson? Stevenson. Okay.
That's the coach's son, Shannon Stevenson, who is a very nice man. Oh, wild pitch. He's been very helpful getting me all my information throughout the year so far for the Ranger.
Yeah, I'm excited to be able to do this. You know, we haven't – I don't think I've ever called a baseball game, ever. And it's going to show, trust me.
Yeah, for those that are listening, neither Travis or I played baseball growing up. He was wrestling and football, and I was basketball and golf. So this will be fun for both of us. But we are sitting up here with some of the nice hit.
It'll come right to Lobos, and a nice reach out by, I believe that's Luca Kramer, correct?
Yes.
At first.
We, like I was saying up here, we are with two Lobos players that will be playing tomorrow. And they are helping us out with some names, some numbers. They're putting the music together.
What a playlist, by the way, guys. I'm all for that.
That's all them down there. I'm excited to see the rest of the lineup, too.
Yeah, for sure. And so Stevenson will set, deliver, and it'll go into the dirt for Braden. You had to ask about this last name. How do you say it?
Beyondich.
Beyondich, okay.
That is what we are going to go with. Otherwise, we may get pulled off the air. Who knows?
So Beyondich will be in the box. He steps. He's actually in the middle of the box. A lot of the Lobos I've seen get really close to the plate. Pitch up, little high, and it'll be another ball. So 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out in the top of the second. 5-2, the Lobos lead.
And so it's nice to know the difference between Legion and Babe Ruth, because there used to be a Legion team in Lander, and there actually is now. There's a team that's going to be playing the Riverton Raiders C team on, I believe, Wednesday. They were supposed to play this last Wednesday, but of course the rain, the Wyoming rain that you and I have come to know and love here, because we were going so long without rain for so long.
Right. Pitch is going to come by Stevenson again. He kicks, fires, low and outside, and so now it's 3-1 with 1 out. And, you know, this is a very nice field here at City Park in Lander. The sun is setting here, and in right field they are in shadows, but in left field you can actually see the Lobos have to hold their glove up as the pitch is high in ball 4. Who is that out there in left field, guys?
That is... Oh, no, it is Lakota, yeah.
Okay, so Lakota officer out in left field is having to hold his glove up because of the sun. And so anything that comes his way, he's going to have to battle the sun for sure. And a ball is going to get by the catcher, number 55, Evan Stevenson. And are they brothers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So the 2 brothers, miscommunication there, and so that'll give the Spartans a steal, and I'm going to assume that'll be considered a wild pitch.
Yes, it will be. There's been a couple of those so far today.
And so with 1 out, the Spartans have a runner on second, and 1 ball, no strikes. And Stevenson will go back to second, and back in is Braden. We'll go with that because
We're just going to go with Braden.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in trouble for saying this last name.
And Caden, is it Shackley, is at the plate for the Spartans. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. And pitch is on the way. This one is going to be in there. Nice pitch by Keegan. And so they are now 1-1 with 1 out in the top of the second. And Keegan will come set. Check the runner on second. Check him again. Pitch comes high, and it will be almost hit on off the helmet of Caden Shackley. But now it is 2 balls, 1 strike.
I put it in the comments, friend, of the Facebook section. If anyone that is watching this on Facebook knows the Facebook page for the Rock Spring Spartans, strike number 2. Please tag them in this. We've been trying to get their friends and family involved, but they have a private group, and we have yet to add that. So that's on us for not getting in there earlier, but we want everyone possible to see this. There are most likely plenty of parents and grandparents that were not able to make the drive today, but will probably be here tomorrow because, as we said, this is a tournament all week long. Ooh, that was close.
That looked like it almost brushed off the glove of Shackley, but it stays now at a full count, 3-2 with 1 out. And they're going to call, I thought they were calling timeout there in infield, but no, they're just going to make sure that everybody knows what the count is. 3-2 is the count. Pitch is on the way. Strike 3 on the corner.
Wow.
And so 1 out after a very nice pitch by Keegan Stevenson, just brushed the outside corner.
Yeah, and he's been working on that all preseason, if you want to call it preseason. They've been working on the pitches. I was out here for practice just a couple days ago, and Keegan was throwing some heaters down the line, man.
And now back to the top of the order, and Owen Patterson for the Spartans. Throw comes. Nice pitch.
Right down the middle.
Right down the middle for Keegan.
And, you know, I think just like you and I, partner, they're going to get their groove down by the end of this second inning, and it's going to be an entirely different game. Because I know we were unable to get the first top of the inning, the very first inning on this live stream, but it's a ball. But in that first inning, there was 2 errors, 1 stolen base, and it was 2-0 real quick in favor of the Spartans. So they started off a little bit poorly in the pitching, and now Keegan's really stepped up, found his groove going on here.
Keegan will look into shadows. He's got the sun right in his eye on the mound. And pitch comes way outside.
Wild pitch
and
again.
Now it's going to be a easy stolen base for Caden Shackley. Or no, that's going to be Braden. That's Braden there on the corner.
Yes, it is. That's the 3rd wild pitch just this inning by Keegan, and I feel like I jinxed him because I was saying he was getting into his groove. So maybe we don't say that right now.
Well, I just got confirmation that our boy Carl Cote is coming into town.
Oh, perfect. Robert can sit and watch his kid rather than taking pictures.
Pitch is on. High.
Ooh.
Little high. And
Little high being keyword little.
3-1 is the count with 2 outs. And let's see if Keegan can get the Lobos out of this inning with a runner on third. If anything goes right back up the middle, that's a lot of danger. Pitch, high, curve, ball 4.
And we're getting a little bit of a breeze up here. That's not going to matter as far as baseball goes, but it is kind of nice because out in the sun, I mean, you know it out there. It gets pretty hot out there. So
oh yeah,
it's going to be nice to get a little bit of a breeze. And tomorrow, folks, we will not be streaming all day. I don't know if we'll be streaming the night game either, but if you find your way out here, there are games beginning at what time tomorrow, guys? 8 a.m. There will be games starting from 8, and they will be going till later than now tomorrow. So be sure to come out here, check out your Lander Lobos. There's a couple other teams going to be here. We'll have some fun tomorrow.
Yeah, and they're going to have a game on Sunday as well for Mother's Day.
Yep.
Pitch, strike one, and almost. And now it's going to be a score for the Spartans. So now it's 5-3, and they had Owen Patterson dead to rights at second, just off the side of the glove of, I believe that's Rhett Stover. And
no, it's Luca Kramer.
Oh, is that Luca Kramer there?
Yeah, Luca's on second base.
Oh, that's Paxton. Okay, so Paxton Rees out there. Shortstop, thank you. We have
this. I'm going to just pull this over here.
Well, I kind of don't want to steal that from them.
No, I'm not.
You know?
I'm gonna write it down right here. There you go. Look at that. We didn't even need that.
I love it. All right, pitch is on the way. High and goes back, and somebody's car is about to get crashed. I remember back in college, whenever there was a foul ball that went over the I just got the crashing sound, and then they threw an ad up for one of the the glass repairs.
I'm sure there could be a couple good ads. I bet they're out there on the wall, too.
So, Lakota Officer is – no, that's not us. I'm sorry, I'm looking at something else. Sean Stone, the catcher, is at the plate now for the Spartans. Now 5-3 with 2 outs, and it goes over his head. He has to duck. Oh, that's nice. I can see they have their names on the back of their jerseys. That's nice.
Yeah, you got your glasses on. I kind of need to go get mine from the car, but I can see their numbers, and that's all I need. So, and ladies and gentlemen, it is beautiful out here, the weather. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, this is absolute. I didn't know that it got this nice here in Wyoming, only being here since December.
Right.
Pitch comes, and it hits off the side of his leg.
Now, did that hit off his bat?
No, it hit off his leg.
Yeah, I was going to say that will be a strike. Which would be a strike, yeah. Foul ball.
So it'd be still 1-2 with 2 outs. And they're going to check on Stone. He's good to go. That hit right off the back leg, and that hurts.
Yes, it does. I don't watch a lot of professional baseball, but I did watch the Houston Astros do that same thing, and it went about 3 inches higher on the Astros player into his cup.
That was a golf swing, and it gets into midfield, and they're not going to get it. He's safe. Oh, and now it's going to have a dive, and it's going to be safe. So now 5-4 as Owen Patterson came off of third on the attempted throw over to first base Connor Higginbottom.
Patterson went head first and he looked like a scorpion there.
He almost stopped. He almost didn't touch base. He almost stopped.
His whole back legs went up in the air and looked almost like he was about to pull a scorpion, like he was off ridiculousness or something. But yes, 5-4.
And Aiden Walker is in the box, and Stevenson will throw high curve. Comes and will be high, so it'll be 1 ball, no strike, 2 outs.
Aiden Walker looks like the tallest player on the field right now, so his strike box is going to be a little bit different. It's going to see exactly what Keegan can do here. He's thrown a little high so far today. Let's see if he can actually capitalize.
That one was a little better, but now it was too low. So now it stays at 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs.
I appreciate you coming up here, brother. This was a fun time, especially after the day that we both had. It's going to be a good ending to a day.
Yeah, for sure.
Checked.
And dropped the ball. Did Higginbottom? Higginbotham? Yep. Okay. So I was right the first time.
You were right. I just spelled it wrong, I guess.
By the time this game's over, we'll get people's names right.
And we'll know them like they're our own back of our hands.
Right.
So.
Pitch is on the way. High. Didn't really set deep into the pitch. Kind of kept his legs straight and threw it.
Yeah, and Coach Carey, the assistant coach for the Lander Lobos, was telling me he was trying to get their pitching motions a little bit more intact during this last week of practice. He doesn't want them stepping over too long. So moments like that, they can tighten up a little bit. Yeah, there's ball 4. He didn't even get set in his pitch there. And I think they're going to have a meeting, yeah. people, other players, it looks like Luca and Reese might be coming up. Yeah, they're all going to come and talk to him, tell him he needs to just kind of chill out, focus on his leg work a little bit, because the last 2 or 3 pitches were not very crisp.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously first game of the season for the Lobos, and it's different from practice, right? It's very different from practice, and one of the things that I know in any sport, wrestling, football, anything, is mechanics. If you get your mechanics down, everything will go pretty smoothly.
Let's see if he tightens up his pitching motion a little bit here.
Nope, he's going to go back to second, and he's safe at second. I love the idea there by Luca Kramer. He kept the glove on this runner at second, and if he would have made any step off of it, that would have been a little bit of a more interesting. We've seen that in professionals.
Is that Paxton or is that Luca? That is Luca. I thought it was Luca.
And the pitch on the way is swung and missed as Plude took a pitch on the outside, and so now it is 1 ball, no strike, or 1 strike, no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. In a 1-point game, 5-4. Pitch on the way. That one is going to go inside and low, so now we're at 1-1.
Keegan is trying desperately to get out of this inning right now. We've been at 2 outs for 4 batters, give or take, and I know he's feeling it right now, just the pressure to get out of this inning without letting it get tied up at 5-5.
That's a low. That was close to being a strike. Very, very close to being a strike, but they're going to say low and outside. So now 2 balls, 1 strike, and Keegan has now lost the strike zone.
And the umpire down there is part of the sheriff's office, so I know you don't want to argue with him when it comes to balls and strikes, because he will have your number down.
Keegan shakes off the first sign, goes for the second one. Looks at second, throws. High curveball again. I believe that's actually supposed to be a slider that is not breaking.
Well, so he actually was looking back at second when he started his windup. So just like in golf, you don't want to take your eye off the ball from the second you pull your club up. So he needs to look back at the pitcher or at the catcher before he starts his throwing motion.
Keegan shakes off the first sign. Now he's going to go for the second. He's going to now look in, and that's a strike. And stolen base for third. But as you said, partner, as soon as you say it, he does it. He looks at the catcher before letting that ball go. And strike number 2, now full count with 2 outs. This is all everybody's going to run on this next pitch.
And I've talked to Keegan so far this preseason. I know he can get in his own head a little bit. And his dad, as soon as he gets off the mound here, his dad's going to have some words with him. And I imagine he's going to come back out in the 3rd inning a little bit tighter.
Keegan looks over to first, shakes off somebody over at first. And now pitch comes, and he got it. Strike 3. Nice pitch by Keegan Stevenson. Gets out of it. And so now we are at 5-4 as we enter the bottom of the second. We'll take a commercial break. We will be right back.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
First pitch by O'Brien is inside for ball 1. Second one on the way outside. And we'll go past the catcher, Sean Stone. And quickly, it is Justin Whelan is up 2-0 with nobody out as we begin the bottom of the second inning.
And Ethan O'Brien threw a good amount of pitches in that first inning, leading to 5 scores. 5 runs by the Lander Lobos. That was a little bit out, but I guess that's a strike up here, so 2-1.
Whelan will step back into the box. And O'Brien will deal, and that one will go in the dirt. So now quickly 3-1 for Whelan.
You know how I know I wouldn't be able to compete out there? I just speed walked about 10 yards, and I'm out of breath like I just ran a mile.
Okay, but yeah, we haven't been competing in sports in like, what, 10 years now? Throw low again, ball 4, so Whelan will take first.
Up to bat, number 6.
Paxton Reeves has got the best walk-up song of all time right here. I just want to talk to Paxton about his walk-up song. I love it.
Maybe we can get one of them up here after the game.
Well, I know Coach is coming up here.
Coach Reese?
Yes.
That's his son right there.
So
we have a lot of conversations about our intro songs up here because
I love it.
Oh,
I love it. It goes off the ankle of Reese, and
Reese go ahead.
It's going to be strike 1, and so 0-1 is the count with nobody out, and Whelan at first.
All the practices I've been to, Reese and Rhett Stover, they're just 2 fun-loving dudes. They're just having fun with baseball. It doesn't even seem like it's a sport to them. It's just something they do for fun. So I like watching kids that like to have fun at sports because, you know, your parents put you in sports and you may not like it, especially when I was put in baseball and soccer growing up. I hated it. But, you know, when you find something you like, it's really easy to tell.
That was the second time O'Brien came off without throwing over to first, but he did it legally that time. And so no harm. Second pitch comes just low, and it goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
And Ethan O'Brien from the Spartan team He's having a tough time finding the strike zone. I know there's one strike already, but that was because he swung on it. So he's had 3 walks in the last 4 batters he's faced.
That pitch is high. 2-1 now for Paxton Rees.
And you'll see it in the Lander Journal tomorrow, but the Ranger tomorrow. But these new jerseys that the Lobos have are pretty cool. Black with the pinstripes. They got some scratch marks on them.
And ball is going to go.
Oh, Shannon.
Well, wow. We didn't get that on camera.
Oh,
what
dang,
a
we did.
shot.
Shannon Stevenson fell so hard to the ground just trying to get the ball.
He did a tumble roll and everything. He's talking to Stover there on the far side.
He's blaming a hole in the ground. We saw you, Shannon. You just fell over your feet. It's okay.
What's really funny is our boss, the GM of the Ranger, was right there with a camera.
I hope he got that.
Oh, I hope he did too. Anyway, so we got 2-2 on the board, and nobody out. O'Brien sets, throws low outside, and Sean Stone looked over at first, but easily back in was Justin Whelan.
Yeah, Whelan is really thinking about going for second, especially with nobody out there right now to really attack it. And he's getting, well, his leadoff is a lot shorter now, but
3-2. Hit.
Nice hit.
Softly to the shortstop, and it goes under him. He trips, and it'll be a error on Owen Patterson.
Up to bat, Keegan Stevenson.
And speaking of Stevenson,
yep,
Mr. Keegan is up. So the 9th spot. I've noticed that a lot of the Lobos bat from the left side.
Left-handers, man. And I believe some of them are switch hitters. They might be trying out a couple different things early. We'll see.
First pitch, outside and high for O'Brien. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out, runners on first and second. So I actually had to make a tweet message to a good friend of mine as the second pitch is on the corner and strike 1. So 1-1 is the count now. So long story short, I was in a conference for sports writers and sports reporters, and Buster Only was there.
Oh, wow.
And so Buster and myself got the exchanged Twitters, and we message each other every now and then.
That's pretty cool.
And so I told him as the pitch comes, tipped, so it's going to be a strike. 1-2 is the count. So I told him that I was calling my first baseball game of all time on the radio, and I sent him the link. So Buster Only may be listening to this link right now.
If you are,
Hi, and good
hello.
to see you, or good to have you here. Second, I told him no pressure. Second, it's going to be a possible double play, but they're not going to give it to him.
I'm not going to try and one-up you here, but I did after I met the Rudy Rudiger at a breakfast the other day for the Boys and Girls Club. We exchanged Instagrams, which I didn't know Rudy had an Instagram, but he's been talking to me, and he's actually commented on a couple of my posts. I appreciate Rudy throwing me some social media support. Love that movie. I bet half the kids here have probably never even heard or seen of that movie. Have you guys seen Rudy? No? Never seen the movie Rudy? Wow, I feel old up here, don't you?
O'Brien throws. I'm not even touching it. It's a strike. Stolen base, so now they're going to get out of the double play. Nice run there by, I can't see number from where I'm sitting. Who is that, my friend?
Oh, on third?
On second.
Oh, that would be Paxton.
Okay, so Paxton with a nice.
That's Keegan up there,
see?
sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Because Jace is up there, yeah.
Yeah. Second pitch was outside, and so now it is 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And runners at second and third for the Lobos, who look to extend their lead 5-4. Ball high. That one got popped up. It's going to come shallow and caught. Catched. See, now I mentioned Buster, and now I'm like all tongue-tied. And so it is now 2 outs. Nice play there by Caden Plude by the Spartans' first baseman.
I think it's funny, the first base well, the coach for the Lander Lobos on first base did not move. It was going to hit him right in the head, and he said, "You're going to have to catch it over me, young man."
Nice pitch there by O'Brien. Just brushed the outside corner.
Ty Martin would have not gotten anywhere near it. He was leaning behind when he was checking his swing.
Second pitch on the way. High ball, fly ball out to the shallow left, and caught easily by the outfield of the Spartans. And so 1-2-3 go the Lobos. We are going to the top of the third with the score 5-4.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to Lander High School. We're at City Park in Lander, and it's the top of the third. 5-4 is the score, and we got the tripod, dude.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a better angle. You can see outfield just a little bit better, so we hope you guys are enjoying this. Watch this. At least we got this big net in our way, so our camera doesn't get hit by a foul.
I was going to say, if it does, I've got 3 guys here that I feel like can dive and catch a ball.
And none of them brought their gloves, so.
I don't think they need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dude's got hands. We're good.
I got in an argument on Twitter about bringing a glove to a game. It's as if that's a childish thing to do. I just don't want to break my hand or waste my beer trying to catch a ball. And it looks like we got, what are we waiting on? Oh, the umps.
Oh, the umpires were gone.
Yeah.
Water break
they need a break as well.
Yeah, water break for the umpires. So who's behind the plate again? You mentioned him earlier.
Evan Stevenson.
I'm talking umpires.
Oh, it is Jared Mowry, and then Jared Fouts is the other umpire out there.
Okay. So Mowry is the one behind the plate.
Yep, and he is part of the sheriff's office. I talked to him a little bit earlier. He told me he's not afraid to throw any of these coaches out if they get a little bit mouthy with them. And he's had to do it before with the Rock Springs coach last year. And then he told me the Lander coach, he's not afraid to do it there either. Doesn't matter if it's his home field or not.
It's going to be the second pitch for Stevenson is outside.
Took a weird bounce off the dirt.
And so 2 balls, no strikes.
Partner, you mentioned it earlier. This is a beautiful field, but you should have seen this about 2 weeks ago. They've had to redo a couple corners. It looked like you were riding a BMX trike out there.
Oh, wow.
Look who it is, Jaden Elliott.
Jaden Elliott's in the house.
Let's go, Jaden.
Mr. Elliott's in the house. I had a fun conversation. Do I need to say hi to Mama and Papa again? Third pitch is high and outside, and it is 3-0 now for the batter, who is number 3, Max Mixell.
For those of you that don't listen to Travis's weekly calling of the soccer game,
ball is outside, so quickly 4 balls in a row. And Ethan O'Brien, the pitcher, will now come to the plate with a runner on first. And, yeah, so if you have not listened to the Lander Soccer, my call of Lander Soccer this season, don't blame you. Not been that great for me, but the Lander Tigers and Lady Tigers have been had a really good season, as you can see out on the field mound.
Coach Reese is talking to Keegan.
And there's one more regular season game for both the Lady Tigers and the Tigers. They will be on the road against Mountain View next Friday.
A week from today, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. And both teams have now officially qualified for state.
Awesome.
And
that's awesome.
What's really fun is the matchup that's happening this afternoon between Riverton and Buffalo could determine if we're going to see a Lander-Riverton first-round matchup in state for the boys.
Boy, that would be almost up there with Duke, North Carolina in the Final Four for the people in this community.
And then if you're wondering about the girls, they have so far they have officially clinched second in the 3A West, and they would play Riverton, the number 1 team in the East, in the semis, should it play out that way.
It's looking to be a pretty fun state tournament coming up here in 2 weeks. I'm sad I get to miss it. Oh!
And just passed. We believe that was Rhett.
That was Rhett.
And it's a fair ball, and so now with no outs, the Spartans have something cooking here with runners on first and second. And number 17, which I don't see, is Kay Camel.
Chase Shelley is number 12, but that's okay.
I've got a 17 in front of me.
Oh, here, Camel.
Yeah, that's who I thought.
That's their Cahill.
Okay.
That's their whatchamacallit, their substitutes. Good job,
you
my
talking
man.
about the pinch hitters? Is that what we call them here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to call them that here.
Okay, so if everybody's wondering why we are so out of sort, second pitch is on the way, strike. That looked in the same spot as the first one, but it's 1-1. It's the first game for all of us.
Everyone here.
The guys up here, coaches, umpires. So, like Sean said, we're gonna do more of these. We're gonna do Riverton Raider games as well. So by the time the season ends, we're gonna be good.
And in between this inning, I'm gonna go down and see the first names for these 2 substitutes they have, because
second pitch high goes over the glove of Rees, and then an error in the outfield, and now it's going to be a foot race. They're going to get cut off, man. He slides, and now we are tied at 5 in the top of the third with no outs for number 3 who slid in. That was Mixell, Mixell, yeah.
And here is number 7, Braden Beyondich. We're going to keep saying his name wrong, most likely, but the way it's spelled, we could get kicked off the air.
Beyondich is going to
talk to his third base coach,
as Coach Rees is going to come talk to Stevenson again, and they're actually going to take Stevenson out.
And Stevenson has pitched 2.5 innings. And now let's see who's coming in. I believe we could go to commercial, but I think they'll be back here in a second.
It's going to be, is that Rees who's going to? Rees is going to take pitches, and so they're going to give him some warm-up pitches, and so we are going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is... Welcome back, everyone, to Lander and City Park. And Reese has just got all his warm-up pitches in and been done. How are you going to say it again? Beyondich?
Beyondich, yeah.
Is going to come back into the batter's box, and we are back to baseball. Pitch, nice pitch, high fastball. And you can even see Beyondich say that was above the head, and he knew it.
Yeah, he didn't want to swing at that, but that was a pretty strong swing by him. And way to go for Reese to come out just throwing heat right off the bat.
Going to look over at first. Sets. Throws. Strike 2. Right down the middle, a little low, but they're going to give it to him.
I was going to say that looked a little low, but we're fine with that. We like the ump leaving those strike boxes just a little bit large.
Well, now everybody's listening in. We've got Tennessee fans
listening
in from Pleasant View, Tennessee, my grandparents. Strike 3, nice pitch again by Reese. Ethan Milliman is going to come to bat for the Spartans with 1 out. And Reese, 3 pitches, 3 strikes.
Another right-hander. And yeah, hey, that was great opening pitch set by Reese. I'm pretty sure that he wanted to come out doing something like that, and he got it all down just perfectly.
First one on the way. They're going to give it to him again. That looked low. And so now we're going to have another one.
We are saying Braden's name correctly, as according to someone from Rock Springs, so thank you for letting us know.
Yes, thank you very much. And thank you for everybody listening in. He swung at that. He tipped it. And so now quickly, that is 5 strikes in a row for Paxton Reese.
And that was a little bit high and inside, but yeah, let's call it a strike. He's happy that it came out as a strike.
Well, it looked like it went off the bat
Almost.
of Ethan. Like that.
Wow. He's swinging at everything right now, and I understand.
Golf swing there for Ethan Milliman. And so now it stays at no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, tied at 5 in the top of the 3rd. But as I was saying, thank you so much for everybody who's listening in from Rock Springs, Tennessee, Wyoming, everybody who's listening in. And it's a nice crowd for the first game of the season.
Yeah, and a lot of it's Lander, but, on the right side, a lot of Rock Springs parents came in, so that's kind of nice to see. Everyone brought their dogs, which I always love to see as well.
That's the first ball that Reese has thrown in 5 pitches.
Your fiance could have brought her dogs as well. We would have had a whole dog party out here on the right side. We got a Pomeranian, a Bulldog. I've seen a German Shepherd. There's all sorts of dogs out here, my man.
Well, my girlfriend is at work right now, so unfortunately she couldn't be here. She's going to come, and time is going to be called by Milliman, and so Reese will step off and step back on.
Yeah, I can't really bring my cats out to a baseball game, but one of these days we got a cool backpack for her.
And Reese will foul that one, or Reese will throw some heat, and Milliman will tip it back. And so we stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning in a 5-5 ball game. And I'm noticing that a lot of Lander High School players are here. I'm seeing some football players. We saw Jaden Elliott from soccer here. And ball is going to come outside. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out for Paxton Reese. And from what I talked to Jaden Elliott's dad at the game on Thursday, and he said that
should be back by state, right?
He's going to play probably for state, and they're going to give a strike 3 as he took that swing. So now quickly 2 outs, and still runners on 1st and 2nd for
Owen Patterson, I'm sorry.
For Owen Patterson and the Spartans.
Oh, well, we just heard Jaden might be back for the Mountain View game this weekend.
Well, I was about to say that because I talked to his daddy, and he said that more than likely we will see him in a warm-up game before state for Mountain View, and that's a good one to come to. Jaden Elliott's been out since the Worland game on the road. High, nice swing. It's going to cut foul, and it's just a long, loud strike. So Jaden Elliott should be playing for Mountain View. And
it was a scary concussion he got.
Well, we don't even know if it was a concussion.
Well,
all I know is that he's up, he's ready to go, and he says that he passed his test 100%. Let's see. I'm going to probably see if I can get Jaden up here in a little bit.
Maybe he wants to talk about baseball.
Yeah.
You know, all these athletes out here, I don't know how it is up in Tennessee or down in Mississippi where you're from, but, he could have let that hit him, and that would have been a full –
that would have been bases loaded.
Yep. But, no, a lot of kids out here are multi-sport athletes, and where I'm from, if you're playing football, you're playing football. You're not going around playing baseball or basketball because your coach doesn't want you to risk injury. But out here, soccer players play baseball players play football. I like to see it. Everyone's getting a little bit of everything.
Pitch is outside and high, and now all of a sudden Paxton Reese is having struggles with the strike zone. And you were talking about these multi-player or multi-sport athletes. Speaking of, Riverton Soren Bang is in the middle of possibly a state run. As that pitch is swung on and hit, they're going to get him at second, and that'll be the end of the half inning. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd. Hold that thought on Soren. We'll talk to him. We'll talk about him as we come back. 5-5 after 2.5. We'll be right back.
Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Wow, we missed a hit.
Ball is going to come and get hit by Stevenson, and it'll go to the third baseman, and he will throw it over to number 40, Pluid, and it will be one out as we enter the bottom of the third, tied at 5.
Oh, cool. So, and we just found out about, we'll talk about Jace when he comes up next, which will be in 5 or 6 batters. But we do like to hear that a lot of these baseball players are committing to playing in college, especially since
first pitch by O'Brien is a strike.
Since Coach Reese and Coach Stevenson, from what I can talk about, they really push academics. They want their kids to be more into school than baseball, but they love that they're into baseball as much as they are.
Second pitch low outside, and so now 1 ball, 1 strike for O'Brien.
Nope, for Rhett Stovers. Oh, I was thought I'm an idiot. Yep, you're right.
Rhett Stover has a second or third pitch is high. So now 2-1 for Stover. Stover has an interesting bat stance. He has his front toe right on the line, and it's tiptoed.
Yeah, he wants to get a big swing in.
Stover sets.
Like that.
And
like
it'll go
that.
deep, and it'll get into the gap, and Stover is now going to go to first base. And that'll make his daddy happy.
Yeah, he's got his camera over there. He's taking pictures for us. I don't see Carl anywhere.
He's coming. He'll be here. He's here somewhere.
Rhett Stover, send first base over.
Yep, not touching that. No.
I was sitting on that the last time he went up to bat. I was like, I could make a Red Rover comment.
And now Luca Kramer will come to bat, and he'll bat from the right side. And it will be Rhett Stover at first. And O'Brien will look over to first. Set. And he'll throw. Low hits the dirt. Nice play by the catcher, number 17, Sean Stone.
Oh, no. Cahill is now out there. You're right, 17.
Okay, so
Kyle Cahill has taken over for Sean Stone as catcher, so it's good to see. You can't really see the numbers with the way that the catcher's chest protector is covering the numbers, but he's going to bunt. Oh.
Ball is low, and they're going to give him a strike as he committed to the bunt. And so now 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out in the bottom of the third in a tied ball game at 5.
This might be one of the only left-handed hitters we've seen all day.
He is left-handed, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because I always do that.
And this next batter is also left-handed.
Okay, so the next two batters are going to be left-handed. All right, so anybody who thinks that I'm dyslexic, I probably am. Second, and so he will set. He comes right up against the plate. High ball, bat held. Ball's outside high. Camel has to come up and actually get out of his stance to grab a hold of it.
Cahill. You got it right the first
Cahill?
time.
Okay, that looks like
looks
an M.
like an M.
Yeah.
I was writing really fast.
See, now I'm just second-guessing myself on all the names.
And you were saying them right the first time.
I
So that's all
was.
that matters. That's
Yeah.
all. The sun is officially gone, folks. We got a nice cloud coverage here and getting a little bit breezy out here. Bottom of the third.
Ball was tipped and sent back, and so now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the bottom of the third.
And they have turned the lights on, I just noticed.
Yeah.
For when it gets a little bit darker here, so. We're talking wrestling up here beside us.
I'm all for it. That ball is popped up. Nice play.
Oh, he's going to try it. He's going to try it.
And it's going to go over and hit someone.
Oh, it hit that woman right on the shoulder, it looked like.
That's Joy. She's fine.
She's fine?
She's fine. Kids up here beside us is like, that's Joy. She's fine.
She's all good.
She's good.
She was trying to get out of the way, and I think when she got out of the way, she leaned into it. She's giving someone a thumbs up. So.
All right, we're good. So that's a long strike and a high strike.
It's 2-2 now.
It's 2-2.
I keep saying 2-2-2. It's 2-2.
Yeah. And so O'Brien is going to set again. Pitch is on the way. Outside, ball 3. So now full count for O'Brien and full count for the batter, Luca Kramer.
And I'd be interested to watch how Rhett's going to run here because the catcher has been throwing real high, at least to the pitcher.
And Rhett's going to steal.
See that? See what I just said?
And it goes over. And if Rhett would have gotten up, he could have gotten third. And my dude here just called that. Good call, my dude.
I just saw Cahill throwing way too high against the pitcher the last 2 or 3 times. So.
All right. So now Cahill's going to come out and talk to his pitcher as the batter. Lakota Officer is going to be the batter for the Lobos in a tied game.
Let me begin.
And so that was a quick conversation. And now Officer is going to bat from the left side and will quickly set. And here we go with runners on first and second with 1 out. Officer waits, pitches on the way, strike on the outside corner, 1-0 for the batter, Officer.
Imagine if he grows up to be a police officer.
I mean, I feel like he has to be.
Officer?
Right.
No, he's not the one.
He's not the one. We're here.
Second pitch, same exact spot, and now 2-0.
You gotta swing.
And Lakota is upset that he didn't swing at that one. He knew he could have.
And so O'Brien will now set. He's going to look at second, look back at first. Pitch is on the way. And that time, Lakota Officer gets a hold of it. And, partner, you had that.
Yeah, that would have, if there was no fence there, that was right at us.
I've already almost had 1 concussion this week. So if that fence wasn't there, 2 was coming my way.
And you and Jaden would have had maybe something in common.
Yeah, don't say that.
No, I'm just saying.
Pitch is on the way.
And strike
3.
And that was a great recognition of where the strike zone was and where Lakota was not swinging.
Right. And so now we go back to the righties in Connor Higginbotham. Still one of probably – that's one thing I love about baseball is the walk-up songs.
Yeah, you can't do that in basketball or football or anything else.
Well,
you might be able to do that in golf if you were
that one will go off, and it will be into the tennis court right beside us. So let me ask this to anybody who's listening on YouTube, Facebook. I want you to comment on this. What would be your walk-up song for baseball?
I'm trying to think of mine. It'd probably be either Led Zeppelin or maybe Rush.
Ball is low and remains at 1-1. So you'd go old school.
I'd go hard rock.
Okay, yeah. I got to admit, I love the All-American Nightmare for Paxton. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, Tom Sawyer by Rush would probably be. I know it sounds a little strange, but that's just one of the songs I identify baseball with.
O'Brien gets a strike on the outside corner now, 1-2 with 2 outs. So it'll be interesting to see what the runners on first and second do with 2 outs.
He's kind of got a swing here. We've got some calls from up here saying it's going to be an inside pitch, and they're trying to look at second.
And they're going to call time.
Okay. Yeah, Red has taken a pretty big lead off, so he's hoping that he at least puts some contact on the ball, that he can at least get to third, round it, and get back to home before the third inning is out.
And they're playing Higginbotham straight up, no shift at all. Pitch on the way, and it hits him. Wow. So at 1 ball, 2 strikes, O'Brien hits Higginbotham. Now bases loaded.
I can't tell where that hit him.
It hit him in the thigh. And so now that's going to send Justin Whelan to the plate in a big situation for the Lobos with 2 outs in the bottom of the third, tied at 5 in the first game of the Lander Lobos season.
In the first game of the Mother's Day tournament.
Pitch outside, ball 1. And one of the things that we have not mentioned is that the Lander Lobos are going to be the ones that host the state tournament this year.
Yes, they are.
And so if I have something to say about it, I'm going to do everything I can to be here at least for something.
Yeah, we will call that. I've already talked to Kevin maybe. Oh, here we go.
And a nice hit, and he whiffs. He's going to touch the bag. And so that'll get O'Brien out of the inning. And so at the end of at the end of 3, as we go to the top of the 4th, there's Carl Cody. It is tied at 5. We'll be right back.
Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the...
And here we go with Paxton back up on the mound. And he is pitching against, who's up here? There we go. Oh, number 11, Sean Stone. And he pops it out to right field. And 1 pitch in, and we have 1 out. Look at that. That's exactly how they want to start the inning, and let's see if they can continue it here against Aiden Walker.
Yeah, I went on, sorry guys, I commented on the Facebook page. That way we had to get our input in there.
Oh, yeah.
So
All-American Nightmare is a good one.
I mean, Paxton Reese has got probably the best one I've seen. So yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of a better walk-up song to get me pumped up than some sort of hard rock.
Pitch is strike number 2. Now quickly 0-2 for Paxton Reese.
Oh, thanks. We got some water. I appreciate you, my man.
And you know what's really funny is basketball season. There's only one song that I feel like we can play for basketball season, and that's the Chicago Bulls theme. And strike number 3. That's 2 strikes. Okay, so y'all jumped ahead. That works. They were predicting the second strike already.
They know Paxton's throwing heat right now, and Paxton so far has been much better in the first 2 hitters of the inning, just for the last 2 innings.
Pitch is on the way. That one's low. So ball and 2 strikes now for the batter, Aiden Walker.
Who's in charge of the scoreboard? None of us up here.
It's probably my mom down there.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Joy.
The one who got hit by the pitch.
Yep.
Oh,
or
wow.
the ball, okay. That's why we knew she was fine. Second pitch was outside, and now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
One thing I like about this partner, we can be a little bit more candid because it is it's a baseball game. It's not.
Pitch is fouled off, and another car just got hit by a ball more than likely.
It's not like soccer where we're consistently back and forth and there's 40 minutes of pure athleticism happening. We got some time in between here.
Well, there's pure athleticism going on.
Oh,
in
there
the
is.
sport.
Don't get me
wrong. Worry. Pitch almost hit Walker, and now from a 0-2 count, it has been ran full 3-2 with 1 out. But yeah, I mean, we get to chit chat, have fun. It's a lot more laxed out here, and no one has thrown us off air. And then Paxton Reese now has ball 4 after going 0-2.
And I just really appreciate baseball because of not just how lax it is, but there's a lot of things you can pinpoint in this sport. Whereas soccer, you're all running around, and football, you got a certain position. Here, I mean, you got to put bat to ball, and if someone does, then it's up to one person to make the play.
Fluid will be at the plate. Pitch comes. Strike
nice
1.
strike. That was right down the middle.
And I want to send a shout out to the coaches for allowing us to come do this.
Oh yeah, Dave Reese, Shannon Stevenson,
absolutely.
and Ryan Carey. We all appreciate you guys letting us come up here and doing this tonight. And I can see Reese is in his zone over there.
And Reese, second pitch is another strike. So now Paxton has found the strike zone.
This is exactly how his last one started. He started up 0-2, and
that one bounces in the dirt. And so now 1-2. And I'm noticing that Reese is in the sun. He's got a little bit of a sun ray coming through, and he's looking into shadows. So that's going to throw him a little bit, I feel like.
And, it didn't really matter his first 2 pitches, but I think he's getting in his own head a little bit after this.
That one gets fouled.
Oh, it hits Robert in the ankle.
Well, workers' comp is not going to cover that, and we're going to make sure Robert's okay. He's fine. I can speak for Stover and be like, you know what? He's fine.
He's fine.
If he needs a day off, he's fine.
And if he shows up in a boot on Monday,
I'm going to laugh. All right, so 1-2 is the count in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch comes inside again, and now it's 2-2.
And Caden Fluid is letting these balls come right inside. He thinks that, he could have swung at the first 2 strikes, but he knows where the strike zone is right now. He's letting it happen.
Pitch.
Oh.
Low.
We got back up to a full count again, partner.
Yeah, so now for the second time after being up 0-2, Reese now faces a 3-2 count with runner on first in Aiden Walker.
And we got a heavy hitter on deck in Max Mikesell. Oh, we got him out. Good job.
Nice pitch by Reese to strike out Fluid, and now Mixell is going to come up on the right side.
And his coach said he's a pretty big heavy hitter here. If he connects, this ball could be going pretty far.
He's got plenty of room in between the outfielders for sure. Pitch outside, and I feel like Reese knows that because he's not going to go anywhere near the inside on this kid.
No, not with this one. I'm pretty sure the coaches have told him exactly who to watch out for. And we'll see what he does here, if he's going to try and get him to swing or if he's going to maybe not intentionally walk him, but see what he's going out with. Nice.
That one goes off the glove, and he's going to run his walker, throws on the way, and he's safe. Nice throw there.
Very nice throw. He almost got him, if we're being honest.
By Sean Stone.
No, Evan Stevenson.
Oh, Evan Stevenson's in there now. And so Stevenson with a nice throw for the Lobos almost got Aiden Walker.
And now it's back up to Mike Sell, and I think
2 balls, no strikes. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, 5-5 is the score. Ball low again, goes off of the hands of Stevenson.
Yeah.
If he has a long hair braid back.
Yes, it is. That is Stevenson there. I'm just making sure.
And so now quickly 3-0 is the count with 2 outs. And Reese took a deep breath, turned his back to the batter, and now sets again. Pitch on the way. That's a strike.
He knew what he was doing there. He's joking with his catcher. He's like, I got this time.
And so now 3-1. And I expect almost pretty much the same pitch here. And I get it. Same place, same result. 3-2.
He's throwing some heaters here. And I think if we were to have a speed gun, those 2 pitches might have been his fastest of the day. He's getting his arm pretty loose for the full count.
And now 3-2, 2 outs. Tipped up. And
that actually will hit a car. That's right over us.
That's going to go right over.
You and I parked on the right side over here.
I didn't know how to get here, so I found the place that was the loudest and parked.
Yeah, we are at Lander City Park. We still have plenty of time for anyone that's watching this to come out and join. If you're in Riverton, it's about a 25-minute drive. If you're in Lander, it's right inside. And strike 3.
And so strike 3 by Paxton Reese will retire the side. And so we'll go to the bottom of the 4th, tied at 5.
With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
And welcome back, everyone, to City Park. And my friend, I believe, is that Owen Patterson at the – yeah, that's Patterson who is warming up for the Spartans.
And Kyle Cahill is back behind the home plate, so we're going to have a new pitcher. We're going to have a fresh catcher. This could be an interesting inning. I believe Cahill caught the last inning as well, but when it started off with Sean Stone catching, I know that he's got to be out there. A lot of these players, from what I've gathered, they play catcher, they play pitcher, they play outfield. They can do it all. That's kind of why the Lobos team is so well-rounded in almost everything that they do, because they've been training for the whole offseason at pretty much every single position. So, and it looks like Paxton Reese will be batting up first. We are we're teaching some kids up here how to call the names like Bruce Buffer.
Here you go.
Up to bat, number 6, Paxton Reese.
And Paxton Reese with the all-time greatest walk-up song of all time.
See, this is much more of a jam that I would go with.
Reese talking to the umpire. Oh, this is a great song. If we're probably gonna go to Facebook jail.
Almost definitely.
I'm enjoying this. Reese is waiting.
Yeah, he wants to hear
Reese is stalling.
He wants to hear the breakdown.
I love it. All right, Paxton Reese is gonna come, and he'll set up. And a tied ball game at the bottom of the 4th. Pitch, low, ball 1. Man, we're having a lot of fun.
This is fun up here.
It's a lot of fun.
And, you know, coming to the practices for the Lobos, they just have fun as a team, so I knew that this game was going to be even more fun. But then you look at the Rock Springs team, they're having fun too.
Second pitch, low, and quickly 2 balls, no strike for Paxton.
And even though it's 5-5, doesn't it feel like it's like 10-10? It just feels like there's been a lot of good hits, a lot of good runs. Not all of them have passed home plate, but it's been a fun day so far, and we're not even halfway through.
Ball hit right side, and Reese will be thrown out. Nice play there by number 3, Max Mixel, to get Reese out. And now Keegan Stevenson is going to come to plate. And
I don't even know this song. That shows my age, I feel a little bit.
Well, apparently it wasn't a good song because it was short. And he'll come up with 1 out. And we were just talking to the guys beside us. First pitch, swung and missed, strike 1. This game is going to go 7 innings or an hour and 45 unless we remain tied.
Yeah.
And so that's the one thing that's similar to high school baseball back in Tennessee, the 7 innings.
Yeah, you don't want to go 9 and wear these kids out, especially before they have to play 2 more days.
Soft hitter by Keegan, takes a weird bounce, and it'll go over, and that'll get him to first. My friend, I don't think that's going to get considered an error. I think we're just going to give him a hit because it just took a weird bounce. It just went over the head of...
There's a mosquito in here.
It went over the head of their shortstop.
Maybe this is the best walk-up song of all time?
Well, okay, so I'm all for that. Who was that? That was...
You guys are doing this, that's why.
Who is that?
Jace LeClaire.
Jace LeClaire.
He is a veteran of the Lobos team. He's been on here for a while, and he is committed to Shore. Where's Jace going again? Shoreline College in Washington. Wow, he's going to have a fun trip up there. Playing college baseball for Shoreline College.
They actually played in Washington last night.
Thank you, Miss Velarde. We got some Twizzlers up here.
All right, yeah, I'm coming next week. I'm all for that. And so
we appreciate all the parents here. They're showing a lot of support to not just their team, but to their WyoToday media group up here.
Well, yeah, and the new guys are great. That ball is outside and low, so now 2 balls, 1 strike with 1 out.
Hey, come on, Jace.
Again, if you guys are listening, there's plenty of time to come up here and have some fun with the team. The crowd's getting bigger by the inning. I'm not even joking. You'd think it was going to get smaller.
That ball is hit high, but it's going to go and get caught by the shortstop. And so it'll be 2 outs for the Lobos.
And here we go with Ty Martin.
Up now, number 39, Ty Martin.
And Martin will bat from the right side as well. And throw, and it'll be Patterson who throws it, and it's going to go high and outside, ball 1.
And I'm enjoying the nice little breeze we have up here, partner, but I might need to get my sweatshirt out the car.
I'm enjoying the Twizzlers.
And let's see if Ty Martin, I believe last time he was up, he got a single. Let's see if he can kind of one-up himself and maybe get out there into the outfield and get a double.
He's going to do it. He's going to get it out to the gap. It's going to go past the outfield. You called it.
I've called a couple things today.
And
I'm
let's
not
see.
bragging.
He got tripped. And now playing the plate, slide And now the Lobos take the lead 6-4. 6-5.
6-5, yeah. And that was a nice throw by the outfielder to get it inside. But the pitcher is the one that actually ruined the chance at getting Jace out at the home plate, because he actually had him dead to rights. He just threw him a little bit outside.
Yeah, nice play there by Jace. Nice slide, nice execution and everything. And now things get interesting here. 6-5 in favor of the Lobos. And
the coaches are throwing each other bats.
I mean, that's cool. I was almost expecting them to say that was an illegal bat, and we might have had all kinds of issues. But
George Brett issue.
Yeah, that'd have been crazy.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, they're saying the time. That's it. That's game.
Wow, partner, that was.
So an hour and 45 minutes. Final score 6-5 in favor of the Lobos, who break the tie after 4. And so we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to go get Coach
Reese, yeah.
And we will get him up here, and we'll talk to Jaden Elliott at some point here as well. But final is 6-5 in favor of the Lobos. We'll be right back.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
They only do.
Welcome back, everyone. Jaden Elliott and myself up here, and man alive, Jaden, you, like I said, you're probably going to get sick of seeing me by the end of the season. Jaden Elliott is one of the players forwards for the Lander Tigers, who are on their way to state, and
yes, sir.
They will be playing Mountain View next week. And rumor on the street, Jaden, is you're going to be in that game.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping to be at that game, because I've been out for a minute. You know, I need a game before state so I can get recuperated.
For sure, for sure. So we talked a little bit, and your dad said I could bug you at any time I wanted, so here we are. You did not play for the Lobos, but you did play Little League. Explain to me just the community around Little League and the Lander Lobos. I mean, you're obviously here, so you're supporting your guys here.
Yes, sir.
So tell me a little bit about Lander Lobos baseball.
Well, I'm going to start by their amazing Team 1. A lot of good boys out there, a lot of talented players, a lot of people that know the game really well. But I've been watching them play. I've played with them when I was little, and they seem like they were always a good part of a team. But I haven't played, and I haven't seen what it looks like nowadays. But they look good out there for this coming up season. It's finally getting warm out. Get to play some baseball. I'm excited to see what they can do.
And one of the things, I'm new here, got here Christmas Eve of last year. One of the things that I noticed is that Lander as a community will come out and support everything that Lander does, whether it be Little League, Lobos,
swimming,
the girls' soccer team, basketball. I mean, you guys rock the house all the time. So Tell me about this community, because, I mean, it's just something that is almost contagious.
Oh, yes. The Lander community, it's small, compact, but we get past everything else and just come together and support, like you said, if it's either football, soccer, swimming, we all come apart and be a good community. We all act as one, and I love this little town.
Well, my friend, last question for you. Like I said, we're getting ready for state, and obviously you're going to be there. I'm going to be there. What do you want to say to the Lander community as we get ready for state?
Well, for y'all out there, just know that we're ready, and we're coming in with our heads high, swinging, not missing. Go Tigers.
That's Jaden Elliott. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back, everyone, to City Park in Lander, and I'm standing beside Paxton Reese. And Paxton, we were tied at 5 for a pretty good time, and you pitched about 2-3 innings, and you got you held the team tied, and then your offense kind of took over and got that game-winning score. Talk me through the first game of the season, my friend.
We had a lot of fun. I think we did really good on our batting side. We definitely hit the ball in spots where they weren't, which allowed us to get a lot of base runners on. And it also helps a lot when you get your defense out there and they go to work. You get those hits and they just make those plays.
And one of the things that I've noticed about this team is they like to have a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff going on around this team. Tell me a little bit about the Lander Lobos team.
A lot of us have known each other since we were at a really young age, playing in Little League, coach pitch, and all that. And so we've all just kind of grown up around each other. But once we came up to this higher level, it was a lot more interaction between us. Because a lot of us came, a couple of us came from Riverton. A lot of the kids were over here. But once we all kind of merged together, it was just kind of that unsecret bond that you had since you were little. So it just kind of bonded together and worked out.
And last question for you, as if I remember the schedule correctly, you guys do not have a long rest at all, as you play first thing tomorrow at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it's still an early morning on a Saturday. So tell me a little bit about some of the things from this first game that as a team needs to be adjusted going into the second one.
I definitely think that we can work a little bit on our fielding and some of our pop flies and all that. Probably definitely find somewhere we can get in the cage, start getting the bat more on the ball, driving that ball where we need it to be. I also definitely think that we can work on a little bit more of our pitching. There was a lot of spots that we missed and some spots that we could, get a little closer in to get that strike. But other than that, I think we played really good and we had a strong game.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. And now we'll head the headset over to Coach. And so this is the first time, Sean, that I feel like I'm meeting a coach who's got a cooler beard than I do. Man, I'm all digging this. He can come up here anytime. All right, so, Coach, first off, thank you so much for joining us. First game of the season. Nice. I love the idea of having the first game of the season during Mother's Day weekend with this tournament. What was your reactions to the first game of the season?
We played really well. We had some errors that we shouldn't have had. Like I told the boys down there in the huddle, we were we got the rust knocked off finally. So now we just have to go out and start taking care of business.
And you had 2 pitchers in the game. They were, let's see here, Keegan Stevenson and then Paxton Reese both pitched in the game. And one of the things that I noticed is as the sun started to go down, it looked like the sun was playing a little bit of a issue with the pitchers. Did you have anything? Did you talk to them about the sun at all, or what? Because some of the pitches seemed like they were just going way outside, and then when the shadows came, it was a strike.
That's the benefit of playing or practicing on this field, is we worked through that, and we rebuilt the mound, and it's kind of throwing our pitchers off a little bit. It's a little higher, and I always preach everything's downhill and out front. But the weather, I don't think, had anything to do with it. It was just, like I said, getting those first game jitters out.
Well, in the first inning, you got 5 runs in the first, and was able to really get things going in the bottom of the first inning. Your bats were looking great. So how do you feel on the offensive side?
The offensive side, we've been really solid there. We do a lot of defensive work during the week because, errors obviously cost runs. And I'm not taking anything away from Rock Springs, but all those errors cost us probably at least 4 of those runs. So, yeah, errors. I don't like errors. That's about
I don't
all
think
have
I've
to say.
ever met a coach that does. Last question for you, Coach. Obviously, me and Sean are both new here from Tennessee, and he's from Kansas. And as far as I know, this is the first time in either a really long time or ever that we've had the opportunity to call Lander Lobos baseball. And so I just want to give you the opportunity, to the community, to anybody who is listening. What are we looking forward to coming up this season for the Lobos?
In the end, I would like to play for a state title. And I don't ask for perfection, but I kind of instill there's nothing wrong with striving towards it. So if you hear me out there hollering, it's not because I'm mad at the boys. It's because I expect more out of them than, like I said before, the errors. And this team has such a special bond. They're like a brotherhood, and I instill that too. I mean, you mess with one of these kids, one of these young men, and you're going to have to mess with this whole team.
Well, I look forward to being able to call Lobos this season, and I look forward to calling state tournament, and I'm really excited to hopefully call a state title in my first season.
That'll work.
But so that is going to be coming up a couple of months as far as I know. And the schedule that we have, is it going to get added on to, or is it set now?
You'd have to talk to the boss.
Okay, sounds
which would be
good.
my wife.
All right. Well, I'll make sure, because I know we have a couple of home games on a Sunday in next month, and then obviously state tournament. But we'll make sure that every time there's a Lobos game, we are here, because they brought us Twizzlers, they brought us water, Gatorade. Music was great, fans were great, and so I'd love to do another one. But Coach, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right. That was a nice, strong handshake, man. I like that. So Sean, get back over here, and we're gonna close this one out, my friend.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Get home safe. Get your team home safe.
All right. So Sean, final score 6-5 after the hour 45 time limit, and so Lander will now play again at 10 o'clock tomorrow. And we've got this is a fun team to watch.
It is, and it's a fun team to just kind of be around. When he said they're a brotherhood, he wasn't joking, man. They have fun together. They really, it almost feels like going out to a family dinner, and all the kids are just having fun, hooting, hollering with each other. And then when it comes out to baseball, yeah, they get a little bit more serious. But man, they get back out in the dugout, and it is just a rowdy, good old time.
Yeah, and I look forward to this season. But tomorrow, you are going to be with the voice of the Riverton Wolverines, Kevin Shields, as far as I remember, as Riverton is at home, and they are going to be against they're taking on Torrington tomorrow.
Yes, we are.
And so that's going to be a big-time matchup because, as me and you were talking, Lander, the Lady Tigers and Tigers, have a possible date with Riverton on both sides. Depending on what happens against Torrington and Buffalo and Torrington in the first round of the boys bracket, it could be Riverton-Lander first round.
Yeah, and I'm unsure right now how Riverton's doing at Buffalo playing soccer. They're actually playing as we speak, I believe. So, well, I guess they probably would have just ended. But either way, we'll figure that out tonight. And, yeah, Riverton High School, they could easily have 2 separate dates with 2 separate Lander teams. And like I said earlier, you know, people were freaking out in March Madness because Duke and North Carolina faced off at each other for the first time ever in their long rivalry. And, you know, you and I, partner, we could see a Lander versus Riverton rivalry game in state our first year here. That would be putting Duke and North Carolina to shame almost.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun matchup. I will be at state and calling all of the state tournament for Riverton and for Lander, and so we'll be doing that in just a couple weeks. But let me see, anything else? There's going to be the Landers hosting the Shane Brock tournament, or Shane Brock Invitational, tomorrow at 10 a.m. That'll start at Lander. And then this tournament for the Lobos will continue up until Sunday. And then
I was just talking, hopefully we can get out here Sunday maybe too.
So maybe that's a possibility. So we're going to see how that plays out. But for right now, I'm Travis Gupton, and we didn't even introduce ourselves. Travis Gupton, sports director at WyoToday Media. He's Sean O'Brate, sports writer at The Ranger. And my friend, it's been an honor and a privilege.
It's been fun, man. Let's do this again sometime.
All right, we'll do it. So for right now, we will say so long. And for everybody who's listening on WyoToday's YouTube and Facebook page, feel free to comment and talk to me and Sean. We love to interact with you guys.
Yes, we do.
We love to be able to get to know you guys. If anything we can do to make this better, please let us know. We love to have you guys, and we thank you so much for your time and allowing us to bring you this action. So for right now, though, we're going to say so long, and we will see you down the road.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Moreland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at Gotchi.